are officially just one day away from the biggest game of the season. That is the MLS Cup Finals, where Toronto FC will be taking on the Seattle Sounders right here at BMO Field. So how fitting is it that their final training session was right here on home soil?
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's fantastic. All week they'll put the work in. The tactics are sound now, and at this point it's just go out there, a little 5v2, a little bit of a scrimmage, enjoy the session, and start preparing for tomorrow.
Now, we know this entire week there's a whole hoopla surrounding the MLS Cup Finals, lots of media attention, and Greg Vanney made it a point that he wanted to insulate the players throughout the duration of the week, trying to treat it as any other game, and he's done a good job. You can see that the mood is rather light around here.
Yeah, I think so. I think you also need to enjoy the occasions. It almost has a Super Bowl feel to it. I loved how Justin Morrow described it like that, and these opportunities don't come around too many times, and the most important thing is don't let it pass you by. Go out there, embrace it, enjoy it, and I promise you it'll be worth it.
It's true. Some players play their entire career, never make it to an MLS Cup Final, so Greg Vanney said that his players are truly enjoying the magnitude of this moment. But I asked Michael Bradley if there is one final message that you're going to give to your teammates in that locker room tomorrow before heading out onto the pitch. What are you going to say? Here was his response.
To enjoy it, to understand that opportunities like this, to play in finals, they don't come around very often. To play a final at home in our city in front of our fans, it's a special opportunity, and there's no predicting how things go. But ultimately, the team that has more guys who can embrace the night in a fearless, aggressive way and leave everything else aside and just go for it. Those are the teams that give themselves the best chance on nights like this.
It is rather chilly here today at BMO Field. We can see our breath, but the sun is shining, so that is the good thing. But on Saturday, when it comes to kickoff, it is expected to be -5, although the players said that when it comes down to it, no one is going to be talking about the temperature. We will expect the unexpected, and in saying that, let's get into our keys to victory. Number one, the battle down the flanks.
Yeah, I think we're going to see 4 of the best fullbacks in this league really go at it. Both teams are quite condensed and come back to the middle of the park. The width comes from these 4 players. For the Seattle Sounders at left back, Jovian Jones, he loves to bomb forward. He's aggressive, he's good on the ball, he's got great delivery as well. So it's important that Steven Beitashour not only nullifies him by pressing high, not letting him get the momentum to get going, but also on the ball. He shows that quality that he showed on the cross where he set up Benoit Cheroux for the goal. On the other side, right back Tyrone Mears, he's got a ton of quality, he's got experience, he's played in the top leagues around the world. It's important that Justin Morrow stops him as well, but also Justin Morrow, he's been a great attacking weapon for us. He gets on the ball, he tries to really get at Tyrone Mears, and if he can get to the byline and get balls into the box, that'll be very important for Toronto FC.
Number 2, who is going to come out on top in the midfield matchup? What does Greg Vanney do? Does he match the man for man, or what type of approach is he going to take?
Yeah, the Seattle Sounders, they play with 2 holding midfielders, Alonso and Roldan, who are very defensive minded, good on the ball. You know what you're going to get from them, and just ahead of them they've got Ladero. So what TFC could do is they could match him up man for man. Michael Bradley, he'll stop Ladero and then try to dictate play from there, and then you could bring Osorio back in the team alongside Cooper, who will play in more of an attacking role. Those 2 will match up beside Roldan or Alonso. Or what Greg Vanney could do is you could stick with Will Johnson, play him alongside Michael Bradley a little bit deeper, try to get them on the ball. But for me, I think you go the first way.
And number 3, Jozy Altidore, Sebastian Giovinco. How are they going to go up against Roman Torres and Chad Marshall?
Yeah, that's the Seattle Sound. One of their Seattle Sounders' strength. They've got 2 big center halves that are physical. Chad Marshall, one of the best MLS defenders in the last decade. Torres, 99 caps for Panama. Both physical presence. I think if Jozy Altidore can occupy those 2, try to stretch them as deep as he can, that might create pockets for Giovinco to get on the ball, and he only needs half a yard for that little bit of magic to change the game.
Well, Jozy Altidore has led all players in both goals and assists. He is the first player in MLS history to be able to do that in a postseason. And of course, Sebastian Giovinco, we know that everything that he is capable of. And once again, he is healthy, fully fit, and ready to go for Saturday. Make sure that you guys get a good rest this evening. Things are going to kick off early on Saturday. Our pre-match festivities will be going down 3 o'clock p.m. It is the Toronto Till I Die pre-match party in Liberty Village. We will be closing off the streets, so we know that it is going to be an insane party. If you can't make it down to BMO Field, well, you can tune in on television. It will be going on all across the TSN network starting at 7 o'clock. And of course, Gareth Wheeler and Terry Dunfield will have you covered with the radio call at TSN 1050. And just a final reminder, we will be having Periscope updates all throughout Saturday. So if you have any questions, tweet us at Toronto FC using the hashtag TFC Live. We'll see you guys then.